All across Milwaukee, it is that time of year, the first Friday of Lent, and the boom in business for fish fries. Managers for spots like Serb Hall know service will surge.
Very significant. Milwaukee's a pretty religious town. We do really big business on Fridays during Lent, especially first and last Fridays of Lent. You get really busy.
With so much fish being served over the next several weeks, 12 News wanted to know if you would have to pay more because of tariffs on imported fish. At Serb Hall, the answer is no. The same goes for Empire Fish, but for different reasons. There's no worry about tariffs because the fish sold here is all domestic. Prices are no different this Friday than any other.
They move like the stock market. I mean, one day, catfish might be, $9.99. The next day, you buy it from the same vendors, and it'll be $11.99. There's not really a rhyme or reason why it does it.
The only number that is higher is the supply of fish to meet your demand.
It's been steady. It's just coming in waves. It'll be quiet for half an hour, and then we'll get a wave of 10, 12 people coming in here. Like I said, everybody on that first Friday, everybody's really adamant about, doing their fish fries.
As we heard, Derek, it is big business. So how many meals are they expecting to serve tonight?
Well, Patrick, because of the weather, the estimate tonight is 500. The other big night is Good Friday, which is April 19th, where the estimate goes up to 750 to 1,000 meals at this location alone. Patrick?
Busy. Derek, thank you. So what is your favorite fish fry? Add your suggestion to the list on WISN.com.
Cockroaches closed a popular downtown Milwaukee restaurant. According to a city health report, inspectors discovered the insects in the kitchen area and in a food storage area in the basement of the Rock Bottom Brewery. The restaurant at Plankinton and Wells posted a sign on the door saying they were closed for, quote, operational issues. Inspectors were scheduled to do a follow-up inspection today to determine whether Rock Bottom could reopen.
Now to a story only on 12. An Arrowhead High School grad is suing the school after he lost some fingers in shop class. And we do want to warn you, some of the images in this story are graphic. As 12 News' Nick Bohr reports, he's hoping by speaking out, he can prevent another trauma.
Instantly, it was overwhelming pain.
It's been 2 years since Kevin Hill's painful, disfiguring, disabling injury at Heartland Arrowhead High School, but the trauma is still fresh. He was using this table saw in shop class when a piece of wood got stuck.
Wouldn't go through, and then my hand slipped and went into the blade. And then I pulled my hand out, and I realized that my index finger was gone.
His other 3 fingers were seriously damaged, too. The middle finger completely severed but reattached. He still lives with constant pain.
I just want people to hear about this so it doesn't happen again.
According to the lawsuit, the saws that are used in the shop class at Arrowhead's South Campus were properly guarded, but for some unknown reason, the one that injured Kevin Hill here on the North Campus was not.
That's what really hurts the most, is knowing that circumstances could be so much different.
The saw involved was replaced 2 weeks later, but Kevin says it shouldn't have taken a life-altering injury to prompt the school district to install safer equipment.
And then for them to understand what their priorities are, because they spent a lot of money on a locker room, and unfortunately, I had to pay a big price for that.
In Heartland, Nick Bohr, WISN 12 News.
Hill is now studying psychology at UWM. In a statement to 12 News, the superintendent said the Arrowhead Union High School District has denied any liability in the accident involving Mr. Hill. She would not comment further because of the lawsuit. A trial in the case is set for next year.
An Illinois man could face federal murder charges in the shooting death of a sheriff's deputy at a Rockford hotel. Floyd Brown remains in the hospital after police arrested him following an hours-long standoff on a central Illinois interstate. Investigators say Brown killed Deputy Jacob Keltner while Keltner was serving Brown an arrest warrant at a hotel. He's scheduled to be in court Monday in Rockford.
A local business raised $10,000 for the family of Milwaukee police officer Matthew Rittner. The owner of Ultimate Confections in Wauwatosa presented a check today to the Milwaukee Police Association's Fallen Heroes Fund. The store sold 5,000 chocolate-shaped badges during the month of February at $2 apiece.
The people just wanted to talk about it. They wanted an outlet. They wanted a place where they felt like they could do something to support the police department.
Rittner was shot and killed a month ago while serving a warrant on Milwaukee's South Side.
The Medical College of Wisconsin plans to build a $100 million cancer research center. The new center will allow the college to expand its research projects and consolidate its labs, equipment, and staff. Right now, all of those departments and people are in different parts of its Wauwatosa campus. Governor Tony Evers included $15 million in his proposed budget to help pay for this expansion.
This kind of heightened collaboration will help people all over Wisconsin access state-of-the-art cancer care and the latest clinical trials.
The governor is a cancer survivor.
A nastier strain of the flu is surfacing. The Centers for Disease Control and Prevention says the strain tends to cause more hospitalizations and deaths, especially among the elderly. Now, there is some good news when it comes to the flu. The CDC says the flu season has peaked. Reports show the flu was widespread in 48 states last week, down from 49 states the week before.
President Donald Trump said today the Democrats have become an anti-Jewish party.
I thought yesterday's vote by the House was disgraceful because the Democrats have become an anti-Israel party. They've become an anti-Jewish party, and I thought that vote was a disgrace, and so does everybody else if you get an honest answer.
The president was referring to the resolution passed by the House yesterday condemning anti-Semitism and other bigotry. Democrats introduced the resolution after Minnesota Congresswoman Ilhan Omar's controversial comments about Israel supporters and American politics. Now, the president made those comments before leaving to tour the tornado damage in Alabama. 23 people were killed when the tornado tore through the area Sunday. The president's visit included a stop along a row of crosses, one for each victim. You see the video there. The president also signed Bibles and met with victims and first responders at an Alabama church before heading to his Florida house for the weekend.
A debate over election reform ended up in a disagreement over the band Nickelback. At the center of it, Wisconsin Congressman Mark Pocan and a congressman from Illinois.
Only 4 wanted to keep this provision. Everyone else wanted to change this. Out of 77,000, that's probably about the percent of people who think Nickelback is their favorite band in this country. It's pretty low. And I think if you look at it, Nickelback's your favorite band. I apologize to the gentleman.
Why would you criticize one of the greatest bands of the 90s?
Wow. All right. One more reason why there's a difference between Democrats and Republicans, clearly.
The other Congressman, Rodney Davis, acknowledged that he has a Nickelback song on his playlist.
About to show these boys how we do it. You ready?
Higher, further, faster, baby. That's right.
She is determined, she's powerful, and she's the lesson of the day for some students celebrating International Women's Day.
12 News' Shernay Amara shows us how the Marvel Universe is now part of the holiday.
Captain Marvel is expected to be the biggest superhero movie of the year, and what better day to catch this shero in action than on International Women's Day.
Higher, further, faster, baby.
She's soaring higher, further, and she's filling up theaters.
It was awesome.
I love the special effects in it, and it was a great woman cast as Captain Marvel.
Captain Marvel breaks superhero barriers with a film centered around a heroine. And at the Marcus Majestic Theaters in Brookfield, girls and boys are paying attention.
They pushed her down, but she came up getting back up again, and that's pretty self-awareness for some women that feel like they can't get up again, but they can. They have the power to do it.
I like how she didn't stop. She didn't really forget about what she's doing.
Teachers from Longfellow Public School in Milwaukee got a chance to celebrate International Women's Day by giving students a lesson in girl power.
I felt like this movie really represented everybody really well, especially women who need to have a strong role in life. So I kind of think this movie was a little bit inspiring.
Faster. And for at least one young girl, it was.
It makes me feel determined and confident.
In Brookfield, Shernay Amara, WISN 12 News.
We never had field trips that cool.
To the movie theater.
To the movie theater. Disney is reporting the film brought in more than $20 million at the box office Thursday night, making it the second largest for a superhero movie starring a solo character behind Black Panther.
We are following breaking news. More trouble for Empire actor Jussie Smollett.
The reason he's facing additional charges tonight.
Plus, the famous actor whose house is now in danger of falling into the Pacific Ocean.
5:12 on this evening. This is what I wanted to start with. Can you take a look? We actually see some sunshine out there on the roadways. Lindsay is, of course, in, and she's telling us 24 hours from now these roads won't be as dry as they are now. We're going to take a look at some travel times, once again enjoying that sunshine. Red and orange in the normal spots. We've got little glitches here popping up on the screen, but your trouble spots are still in the same areas. We're going east and westbound there on 94, and you see the slowdown on 43.
News: a grand jury has indicted actor Jussie Smollett on 16 counts of disorderly conduct. Investigators say the Empire actor filed a false police report claiming he was the victim of a racist and homophobic attack. The new charges stem from Smollett's initial testimony about the attack and his second interview with police that same day. Police say he orchestrated the attack on himself because he was unhappy with his salary.
A real-life cliffhanger for actor Anthony Hopkins. His Malibu mansion is in danger of falling off into the Pacific Ocean. Wildfires damaged the cliff where the house is perched. You see it there. Now heavy rains have turned that land underneath to mud, causing erosion.
Coming up new tonight on 12 News at 6, parade route snow piles, the challenges that people going to the St. Patrick's Day parade will face with the mounds of snow lining downtown streets and what the city is doing about it. Plus, how fast can you eat 10 corned beef sliders? We'll take you to the local eating contest where they crowned another champion. That's coming up tonight at 6 after World News with David Muir.
Anytime they're on, everyone in the studio, except for me and Patrick, dance. The Trinity Irish dancers showed off their moves at the shops of Grand Avenue. The dancers were there to help promote tomorrow's St. Patrick's Day parade in downtown Milwaukee. And the parade steps off at Old World 3rd in Wisconsin at noon. It makes its way down Old World 3rd and across the river before ending at Water and Highland. 12 News, Sheldon Dutez and Eden Checo will be in the parade. Weather for tomorrow's parade, not ideal.
Right, so let's get to Lindsay on this because we've been talking about the wind. It's supposed to be wet. What's the timing looking like, Lindsay?
The thing about it is that at the beginning of the parade, it's not looking that bad. It'll be getting windy, absolutely, but it shouldn't be raining yet by this point. But I would grab the rain gear. You're going to need it, especially if you plan on sticking around. By noon, I do expect that's once the parade will be starting. We have the wind picking up, and then the wind will be doing the same thing, and it's just going to be kind of all downhill from there. The rest of the weekend is going to be rainy, windy, and we even could see a little bit of snow here on the back end of this weather system. It is a powerful one, but let's just focus on the positive right now. We have some nice sunshine right now in Economowoc. The sky is looking clear. Miller Park opening day is pretty soon. Temperatures above freezing. I mean, doesn't that just... Can we just linger on this? It looks beautiful. Lots of sunshine out there. You can see the smokestacks out in the distance there, and the flags are just kind of rolling around. It looks pretty good. 33 degrees right now. It feels like 26. You never thought you'd say that would feel good, but after what we've been through this winter, it's starting to feel good. So tomorrow I'm going with a high of about 40 degrees, 38 for Sunday, 34 for Monday, and 36. So we are turning that corner, but if you live in northwestern Wisconsin or if you're heading up there, not so much. Look at all these. We have winter weather advisories, winter storm watches, and winter storm warnings leading into areas in Eau Claire, Minneapolis. Some of those areas could see 6 to 10 inches of snow. We, on the other hand, are not in southeast Wisconsin. We're getting pretty lucky. Big old weather system right now. This is where the low is near Denver. So let's watch this thing through time. Pretty incredible, to be honest with you. There could be some decent severe weather where you see a lot of those reds and oranges in Missouri. That's going to actually go into areas near Mississippi and into Alabama, so they could see some more of that severe weather. On our end here, we're going to start this system here with some steady rain. You can see the timeline here, about 2-ish in the afternoon. So again, if you're at the parade, the beginning of it, you're going to be fine. By the end, though, you're going to want to hightail it to your car pretty quickly. That wind right off the lake is going to feel very frigid, and then combining that with the rain, it's going to be pretty nasty throughout the rest of Saturday evening. A little bit of mixed action going on as well. That is a possibility as the sun sets and the temperatures will be dropping. Some areas north of 94 could see minor snow accumulation, generally less than an inch. There may be a spot in Sheboygan that does get up to 2 inches of snow on the backside of this low. This is 11 p.m. on Saturday. You can see that low kind of wrapping around that colder air, and then we'll have some leftover flurries leading into Sunday. It'll still be windy, and again, temperatures will be warming up after this as well. Could see about a half of an inch to an inch of rain possible, and as far as snow goes, most areas north of 94, again, generally less than an inch, but I'm thinking there are some little spots here in Sheboygan and also into Fond du Lac counties that could see possibly up to 2. Again, this is on the high end, but look at areas in the northwestern part of the state, 6 to 10 inches. And I'm calling that liquid concrete because it is going to be a very heavy, wet type of snow. So kind of recapping it here, powerful winds. We have the possibility of some localized flooding because of the rain and the snow melt. And we have winter storm conditions in the northwest part of the state. And if that wasn't enough for you to write down, we also have daylight saving time. Make sure you spring ahead 1 hour, and your full week ahead forecast does feature, hey, I got 30s and 40s in the forecast, guys. That right there, regardless of this weekend, that's got to put a smile on your face.
Those are the numbers we'll focus on.
Right. Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you, Lindsay. She has been missing from The View for more than a month.
I am okay. I'm not dead. So here's what happened.
Whoopi Goldberg shares the health scare she says almost killed her.
There's a sound on the doorway, and they mention the bell.
Oh, there's more of that video to
my
come.
gosh.
What happens when Brewers catcher Manny Pena tries to sing a classic song? Whoopi Goldberg says she nearly died of pneumonia.
The View host gave an update on her health during this morning's show.
I had pneumonia, and I was septic. Pneumonia in both lungs, which meant there was fluid, there was all kinds of stuff going on. And yes, I came very, very close to leaving the earth. Good news, I didn't.
Goldberg did not say when she'll be back. You can watch The View weekdays, however, at 10 a.m. right here before 12 News at 11.
We showed you a little clip of video before we went to break. Now here it is. Brewers catcher Manny Pena might want to keep his day job.
Shoved up this girl leg, shoved in me way. Then it was on the corridor, and the bucket this head. We're coming out of California. Such a lovely place, such a lovely place. Hey, what do you say? What do you say? We're coming out of California.
Everybody's getting the whole crowd involved there.
Oh my gosh.
Oh.
Might want to keep his day job. First baseman Jesus Aguilar posted that video on Twitter, of course, and we are living for it today. The Brewers clearly keeping it light, keeping it chill.
So he's not going to be on American Idol? That's the prediction?
I don't think so. I'm not going to bet on it.
Keep your day job. We'll be right back.